Here we go. What is up, guys? I'm with Joey here. Yes, I'm doing a DmC Bloody Tower. That's not what important here. Important what am I doing? The point is, this gotta be my top 10 anime that was aired and released in 2015. That's why I'm going to count all animes that's aired in 2015. I have to give to honorable mentions to that anime called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because unfortunately I did not watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the Star Crusaders, but 2012 released Battle of Egypt, so I decided to watch the first half of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I really liked it a lot much. I'm so very distracted by this game already. I must keep my head focused. Ha! I also have to give to honorable mentions to what's that anime? I forgot what's that anime, but I would think in my mind later. But anyways, now I'll be counting down to my top 10 animes, and I would like to give myself a dishonorable to Pokemon, the recent Pokemon movie, because to say it, I kinda hate that movie a lot. I'm sorry to all Pokemon fans, but this is kinda true. I hate that movie like a lot. Not like any other Pokemon movie I just watched before. And I like the previous Pokemon movies better because it's so dark through some movies, but aside from today's Pokemon movie, that I didn't like. Anyways, that's my top 10 after I get levels. Alright, number 10 on my list is Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V. Yes, I said it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V. Number 10 on this list. This is very low because, unfortunately, I like the story aspect, but I do not like the characters a lot. Very different when I watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Differently. And not the same Yu-Gi-Oh! that I once loved. Some changes to modern Yu-Gi-Oh! fan, but to a retrospective and nostalgic Yu-Gi-Oh! fan myself, after terrible of Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, that just went down to shit. I didn't like Zexal that much. Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal 2 was way worse because not just the characters just went off the roof, but the story as well. It makes no fucking sense whatsoever. I hate the story so much. I hate the because they just portrayed it as the show. They also choose Scorpio as a signature Yu-Gi-Oh! card, although we already have a warrior type signature card in past Yu-Gi-Oh! But doing it a second time is kinda dumb, in my opinion. In Utopia itself, I did not like that much because, you just say it, after the event of 5Ds, Konami just went down to shit after 5 Vs. Not just that, but also the release of Zexo and Arc 5. Not V, not V, it's 5, my mistake. I do like the story of Arc 5 itself, but the characters didn't portray that much. Arc V deserves to be number 10. I mean 5, there. Number 9 on this list is Card 5 Vanguard, whoops, Future Card Bloody Fight, and Future Card Bloody Fight 100 Demons. That's why I put Bloody Fight as a number 9 list is because unlike Yu-Gi-Oh! Vanguard Bloody Fight plays a little more than Yu-Gi-Oh! Because the story aspect is really good. Some of the environments is amazing. The characters, yeah, I have to say about the characters a little bit much. But anyways, get on to it. I have to talk about, well, Bloody Fight is because it's a new era of fake card games aside of Yu-Gi-Oh! Now that Yu-Gi-Oh! Died because of Ami, she wrote just another step to try a new start. As of now, Bloody Fight was become my number 9 because the characters itself, in my opinion, are kind of garbage. And I do like, what's my favorite was the season 1 of Bloody Fight, but season 2 went downhill. It's because, well, Bloody Fight 100 story makes no sense. I mean, not just that, but the story itself is kind of complicated and confusing as hell. Now, aside from Bloody Fight being a top-notch, likeable big card anime, which I still do, but it's, how you say, it's like Kingdom Hearts in trading card games. Yeah, I'm not joking. It's like Kingdom Hearts in trading card games, except the story makes no sense. Yeah, shit you not. First react to the second season of Future Card Bloody Fight, I was like, well, that was quick. The season did amazing. I wonder how portrayed the second season. And second season did not so much. Not just that. During the first half, the first half of the second season ended like, what the hell? Also, they delayed some of the episodes because due to huge event called the voice acting strike, because I don't know what's going on with voice actors now, because now they went on strike for some reason. Now the episodes was kind of delayed a week because voice actors were on strike due to low required payment or did not get paid enough. Now the second half of the show was aired continuously, except voice acting switched to Japanese. I don't know what's going on with the voice acting now, because I don't know what's going on, but in my opinion, I like the Japanese voice acting better than the English voice acting, because, I hate to say it, I hate the English voice acting in that show. I know it's supposed to attract targeted for little kids, and of course attracted to adults as well, including me. In the first season, I hate the English voice acting, but the story, I like the first season a lot. Now they changed to Japanese dub because I don't know from what I can tell or what I've read from the fans, because they say the main voice actor for Yao has passed away recently. I don't know why. Decided to change to Japanese voice acting. I think they replaced the voice actor. Anyways, I digress. I like the Japanese voice acting better, but not much for the fans because a lot of fans was pissed off at the Japanese voice acting. They like the voice acting better. They say, "Oh, you fans just grow up," because Japanese voice acting will usually go on from now on because the English voice acting will not come back, like never. And Bloody Tower deserves to be number 9 on this list. Okay. And number 8 would be a surprise. Number 8 that goes to on this list is God Eater. The anime they take over the video game. Now, this year, right now, and I've seen the first couple of episodes of the show, and I kind of like it that much. But it's based off of a video game, God Eater, on a PSP. I did not play a God Eater game. I'm not joking. I did not touch a God Eater video game, except playing a game. It's on a 3DS. Here we go. Video game called Project Cross Zone, and features a lot of crossover characters, including God Eater, Gears that I never played yet or never played before. Devil May Cry, Darkstalkers, a couple of memorable characters, and God Eater was the game I never touched. Now be replacement, that God Eater anime series is being my replacement for the game because I never played. Anyways, I show a lot because it portrays a lot of backstory, a lot of character development. Like I said, I watched episodes from 1 to 10. I didn't get as much episodes yet, but I will come back to it later. Anyways, now I don't know what's the full description, but like I said, I never watched the full episodes yet. But this list is based off 2015 anime that has been aired. So God Eater gets number 8. Number 7 is a big surprise to you people. I put number 7 on this list is Overlord. That's right, I put Overlord on this list, but I like the story and characters a lot. It portrays their personality perfectly. Yeah, I do like some memorable characters, has their own side stories, has their own backstory, including the NPCs a lot. Like I said, I'm too focused on this game because I don't want to die right now. I don't talk about God Eater already. Overlord is anime that's like SAO but better. And yes, I have to give this honorable mention to Sword Online, because that's a terrible, 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 terrible anime. Overall, it's like Sword Online, but better. It's not you're the character. I forgot who's the character because I haven't watched it since a month ago. It's like I started watching like a month or two ago. I did not remember, and I stopped watching it a month later because I was focusing on other stuff. The story takes place in a video game world of an MMO of an RPG. Haven't seen that enough. I can't even remember the story and focus on the game at the same time. Now, overall takes... I'm paused. I'm always pausing, my god. I can't even focus because talking with the camera and audience and playing the game at the same time, it's gonna be more harder and confusing. But overall, takes number 7. And I kinda like the anime a lot. Number 6 is Dragon Ball Super. Yes, I have to take Dragon Ball Super on this list because back in the days I was a hardcore, not massive hardcore, but a fan of Dragon Ball Z games anime. I watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball shows. I kind of like them a lot, but especially Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball GT, it was okay, but Dragon Ball Super takes place, I think after the events of the Buu Saga, or after, I don't know, after the Buu Saga, somewhere after the Buu Saga, but before the Dragon Ball Z movie, the Dragon Ball Battle of Z Battle. Gosh, I forgot about what title is that, but anyways. Takes place after the Buu Saga of Dragon Ball Z, but before the Battle of Gods movie, I think that was. But anyways, instead of taking the perspective of, say, Yugi, Goku, you take us mainly the focus of Beerus, which is the main antagonist of Dragon Ball Z movie. That's kind of interesting. That's the first Dragon Ball Z that ever done that. That's nice because we want to know more of viewers. Because we only movie, but I want more. That's what the fans ask, right? And that takes as 6. I am dying. Number 5 on this list. Yes, I said number 5 is Goro. Both Goro, the animated, I forgot what's that called, but it's Japanese. I don't know something. I don't know. And the other Goro that takes place in a different universe, mainly because it's based off of live action Go series. I never watched before until recently. It's kind of like Power Rangers, except it has no ridiculous acting. But what am I talking about? I'm talking about the animated version. I liked it a lot. Live action series. Kind of like Batman, but it takes place in a fantasy timeline. Simply because I don't know. I liked it a lot. It portrays more character personalities, more action. The anime visuals is quite good. And I don't know why some of the critics are giving it 7 or 7.25 out of 10. I give this show an 8 or 8.25 out of 10. 8.25. Oh, it takes 4 on this list. What about Vanguard G? Yes, Car Vanguard G makes it on the list because not just the story, the characters, but everything on the show I like the most. Because it takes place like way like 5 to 10 years the future after the events of the Reverse Saga, where a lot of characters would turn evil, and I forgot what the plot is because I watched that show like a year ago, until the Reverse Saga or Link Joker Saga was ended. Now I heard season 4 was like a what if scenario. Like, what if the main character Aichi turned evil and a couple of characters, like 3 or 4 characters joined Aichi to take over the world? What's and that's a they call it season 4, but I call it a what if scenario. And call my Vanguard G is afterward. And I kind of like it a lot. I don't know, a couple of people said Power Vanguard G isn't hated because I like the character that much. And I kind of agree if they have a nostalgic. But I personally like the characters a lot, unconsiderably to Buddy Fight, because the first season I do like the Buddy Fight, but second season I didn't like much because it felt like season 2 of Buddy Fight was rushed. That's why Buddy Fight gets number 9, but Vanguard gets number 4. Number 3 is Yushio and Tora. Remake. Okay, I forgot to add remake. Or reboot, either way. I want to call it a remake because it looks like it. Yushio and Tora is kind of like... what's an anime called? Fuck, I think of an anime. Guyver, yeah, Guyver. It's like Guyver, but in Japanese, yokai setting. And like I said, I always forget the plot of the animes because it's been months since I watched it. I forgot until now. But Yushio and Tora gets Number 3, because I like the characters a lot, including the plot of the show. And I know I'm just being lazy because I just said, oh, characters will be great. Animation, characters, animation, character, animation. It's because it's I'm speaking like that because it was aired like in the spring. It was aired between spring and summer. I can't remember half of the plot because it was long, like past 3 months, and I barely remember it. And you see how it take for a number. On this list. Like I said, it's distracting when I'm doing Facecam, talking to the audience, doing this at the same time. Alright. Number 2 on this list is One Punch Man. That's right. One and only One Punch Man. And I always say, I like this show a lot. It's going to be one of my favorite animes of all time. Here's the story goes. And now I can remember it because it was released like last month. Like in November. It's about a guy who has the power to kill enemies in one punch, and that's it. Simply killing one punch. That's kind of odd power. Really cheating your way. Not just that, the show is also funny. I recommend you to watch this anime because it's funny, it's awesome, it has a lot of jam-packed action scenes. I'm dying. And One Punch Man, it's number 2, is because starting off next week, it's going to be a final episode where One Punch Man versus Lord Boros. Particularly, Boros is going to be like God tier with the main character. It's going to be a final class of one-on-one battle. It's going to be amazing. I recommend you watch One Punch Man. I recommend you now. It's going to because One Punch Man is the best anime of 2015 and deserves to be number 2. But what beats One Punch Man? Here goes. Number 1 of anime is alright, number 1 that deserves a number 1 spot is Digimon Adventure Try. Yes, oops, whoa, what the hell? I died? Really? Well, anyways, I didn't know until now. Anyways, number 1 gets on this list is Digimon Adventure Try. It's simply because it brings back the nostalgia. That's right, it brings back the classic characters from the first season of Digimon, and I know I said before, no movies are allowed. It's technically not a movie, more of an episodic anime. And a lot of people are going to call me a cheater because I know people say, where's Pokemon? Where's Pokemon? Pokemon's the best anime. Seriously, why you gotta focus on Pokemon? After the events of, after I finished watching Pokemon Black and White, the series has gone downhill for me because when you hit X and Y, they stole the ideas from Digimon. That's right. Pokemon stole the ideas of Digimon in the event of X and Y, and that's why I was turned out of Pokemon X and Y, because that's just stealing ideas from another anime. And one of my favorite animes is Digimon, and I grew up with it. And yes, I grew up with Pokemon too, but I was very young back then. I was like, yay, Pokemon, yay! And I was going up more Yu-Gi-Oh back then, and of course Digimon as well. I mainly focus on both Yu-Gi-Oh and Digimon because they have the dark aspect of the story, as a lot of depths and character development. Pokemon, on the other hand, just never just repeated the same story over and over and over. And that's why Digimon Adventure Tri comes kick back in and brings back the nostalgia. And for exception, you have characters from the first season growing up to their high school teens, like their mid-teens, mid-adults, like their mid-20s. I don't know what age they are. They're like 16, somewhere between 16 to 20. And of course, they have updated animation. That's right. The graphics and the animation was breathtaking. The story was jaw-dropping. And not just that, from the various differences from the past Digimon series, this Digimon series is the first to have an emotional heartbreak. I'm not joking. The show not just has action-packed scenes, but also have breathtaking emotional breakthroughs. And I kind of like that the most. There's some scenes that they are memorable, comparing to the Digimon, the classic Digimon, which I still like the action pack, but you didn't get a couple of character development. And that's where season 2 Digimon, or the second half of the first season of Digimon, has an emotional breakthrough. And I kind of liked it the most. And that's where Digimon Adventure Tri gets #1. And not just all that, but I think movie 2 or episode 2 or episodes 5, 6, 7, and 8 could be on, what I've heard is going to be on somewhere in the early spring or somewhere between late winter or early spring. And I'm hoping that the next episode or next movie, or I'm just going to call it next episodic or part 2 of episode Digimon, will release soon. And that's it for the 2015 animes. Sorry for the distraction between talking with the audience and playing at the same time. I don't know how can I focus on that. But anyways, that's it for the countdown on my top 10 animes of 2015.